We should be live in a second. Okay, so here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to the Progressive Mind Show. This is Senna, aka Alinko. This is a special edition. We apologize for the little glitching from the beginning, but we shall take a short break when we come back. This special edition will continue. Stay with us. Welcome again to a special edition of the Progressive Mind Show, people of the world. This is where we build our community. My name is Senna, aka Alinko. You are very welcome. The Facebook folks can share the feed now. If you're on YouTube, please go ahead and share the feed as well. As we engage Martin, EPHRAIM Martin, and attorney Daphane on this special edition of the Progressive Mind Show. This is what we call we call this one Black Heroes Matters. I'm sure for those of you who are on social media, you may have seen it already or heard it on one of the mainstream media platforms. They've had a couple of interviews. There has been marches and all of that with regards to this campaign. Dusable, John Baptiste Point Dusable is the guy we're going to be talking about today, the founder of the greatest city in the entire world, Chicago, John Baptiste Dusable. My great guest, of course, I'm going to be introducing them again to you this evening. Please help share the feed if you're on the Progressive Mind Show. The YouTube folks can look for the Progressive Mind Show, the Progressive Mind Show. And then on Facebook is Progressive Minds, one word, Progressive Minds. Well, my guest today will be in the presence of Attorney Daphane-CAMILLIEN. Okay, let me just go ahead and read a profile for you. Not just a little bit of what I have on her. Attorney Daphane PIERRE-CAMILLIEN is the president of the Haitian American Lawyers Association. Next to him is EPHRAIM Martin, one and only EPHRAIM Martin, who is the president, founder, and CEO of Martin's International. Martin International is an umbrella that holds Chicago Music Awards, Reggae International Awards, Jerk Fest. Like, it's a lot of them. I'll let him tell us. Okay, I'll let him tell us so I'm not missing anything. But my wonderful guest, Daphane, Attorney Daphane, you're welcome to the Progressive Mind Show.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
Brilliant. And then EPHRAIM Martin, you're welcome. You don't need the mask. You can take it off for now. I mean, I know. Look. I want to see your face so you can take it off. So you can take it off. We're waiting. Yeah. We're actually waiting on you. Yes. Good. You don't.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Okay. Well, so. Yeah. EPHRAIM Martin, you're welcome. Daphane, you're welcome again. Daphane, I'll start with a lady. Can you please tell us a little bit about your background before we get into the meat of the discussion this evening?
Sure. I'm an attorney. I have my own practice, Chameleon Law, and my main focus is immigration. I do other things such as family law and contract law, but my main focus is immigration. And I'm also currently the president of the Haitian American Lawyers Association. I've been the president for about a year right now. And we are an organization in Chicago. Our focus is to make sure that we represent the Haitian people, but also not just Haitian people, but all people, and just let them know to be some type, like kind of like a place where people who have issues or concerns that we can help and we can guide to other places. If we can represent them, we can. If not, we can find a way. But we're a voice for the Haitian people in the city of Chicago and Illinois.
No, that's very beautiful. That we have you as someone who is serving as the voice for the Haitian community. That is very, very wonderful because I mean, this is I mean, you're new to me. I've met the the Jamaican consulate, and I've met a couple of people from the Caribbean community. But it's very, very good and refreshing to know that there are organizations that are representing a lot of the minority folks here in the city of Chicago. So thank you so much for a great work. EPHRAIM Martin, bro. So tell us a little bit about, for those who don't know EPHRAIM Martin, who is EPHRAIM Martin?
Well, of course, it's too much to say, but I will just crack it in a little nutshell here. Right. Martins International, as you may have known, since 1982, we have been producing the International Reggae and World Music Awards, and of course, the Chicago Music Awards. EPHRAIM Martin, as you may have known, is from Jamaica, a photojournalist from 1974, and from journalism, I got caught up in the entertainment industry. As a way, as you may have known, when we started in 1982, our struggle was for an end to apartheid, freedom of Nelson Mandela, and freedom and democracy in the world. So we were always about those issues that were affecting blacks at large. So that's our main focus. However, the events we do is the African Caribbean International Festival of Life here in Chicago. As you may have known, most of our events for this year, they have been postponed to next year.
Right.
We do the International Reggae and World Music Awards. This year it was via television and radio broadcast due to the coronavirus. The Chicago Music Awards will be having the 39th Annual Chicago Music Awards on February 28th, and that's going to be here in Chicago. Okay. The African Caribbean Festival of Life, as I mentioned earlier, will be July 2nd through the 4th of 2021. And the Jerk Seafood and Vegan Festival, which was supposed to be next month, that we have postponed until next year, September 11th and 12th of 2021.
Okay. All right.
With that being said, over the years, we have been involved in the Asian community and been trying to push for Dusable, the Dusable movement. You see, Dusable was a black man, came to Chicago at a time when there was no one operating or doing business in Chicago. He came to Pierre, and by the riverside, he journeyed down into this corner by the lake and Lake Michigan and the river. And he started his trading post. At that time, there are no other traders in the community. He started Chicago. But over the years, we have seen that, as a matter of fact, someone who I would have expected better from, I spoke to last week, and I said, how did you get this that Dusable started Chicago? He didn't start Chicago. It was a white man who started. And he was trying to prove to me by taking me through some books and things like that, that said this man started it. Mm. And that was the problem I had in the first place, because I went to a certain building in Chicago, and I was greeted with a display at the front which said Chicago, the father of Chicago was Kedzie. Mm. And then that's when I really start getting more involved in the 1980s. And then I realized that there are lots of people who really didn't know that this black man was the man who founded Chicago. So I was always in favor of Dr. Margaret Barrows in her push to get more for Dusable, and others, Tony Preckwinkle, to be more involved in seeing what could be done to give more recognition to Dusable. As some people may have known, that when we started the African Caribbean Festival of Life, to use music as a vehicle to bring nations together through music and culture. When we started, it was at the racetrack, Hawthorne Racetrack. After the second year, we decided to go to a place close to where Dusable arrived. It was called the City Front Center. And it's right there on Dusable ground, property. But when we were there, for the third event, we were almost rejected by the community to say that it was an invasion of their community, which was Dusable's place, you know. So that was the time when Dr. Margaret Barrows, came to me and told me about Dusable Museum Ground and encouraged us to take our festival to Dusable Museum Ground. And we went there, and we're having the festival there for about 17 years before move on to Union Park and then back to Dusable ground. Okay. Over the years, we have paid tribute to Dusable in different ways. We brought to Chicago several entertainers from Haiti every year, as often as we could, to make sure the name Dusable stands out and the people of Haiti be recognized also at the same time. So a couple of years ago, we had that major call for a city holiday for Dusable, because over the years it went on deaf ears and most of the people were pushing for an holiday. They dropped it and just satisfy for what was known as what is given as a day of observance.
Okay. Before we continue, I know, thank you. We really, really appreciate the history, but I also want listeners to basically also, maybe if you can retract and help listeners to understand a little history prior to Dusable. What was anything called Chicago? Did the city of Chicago exist in any form? Was it called any other name before he discovered it? And when he discovered it, where did he migrate from before he landed here? I mean, I know you told a story, but I want to get it gradually so people can have a better understanding. I don't know if Daphane has, some, in-depth information regarding this, or we just have EPHRAIM, continue with the narration.
You can take it.
Oh, yeah, I know I'm going to have EPHRAIM continue, but I just want to say a couple of things. Okay. So that's been a big debate. But there's been writings, there's been histories, or people have recorded journals of saying that Dusable actually came from Haiti. The island Hispaniola, Saint Mar actually, which is the island Hispaniola, is the island that holds half of the island is Haiti, half the island is Dominican Republic. And they, in history, there's been, like I said, recordings that he came from Saint Mar, Haiti. And so I think this is just part of the controversy of where he came from has been because people don't want to report that a Black man came here and discovered Chicago. So that's why this is has been very controversial. And I'll let EPHRAIM continue, but he is from Haiti.
He's from Haiti.
Yeah. He's definitely from Haiti. He's definitely from Haiti, there's no question about that. But when he came, unlike the story goes, there are lots of versions the whole story. But what is known is that he came from Haiti in about 1779. He came to Chicago. He was in Pierre.
Okay, Pierre. Okay.
Pierre. And then he journeyed his way to a place where there was no form of operation, no business or anything like that. I think, and I may be wrong, it was called Chico. They were calling the area Chico, something like that. I don't remember the exact pronunciation. But anyway, when he got there, there were no form of settlers were there in terms of doing business. There are the Indians who were in various parts of the area, scattered and all around. So when he set up his trading posts, people would travel from far and near to come to this little area to do business with him.
Okay.
And it was very successful. His businesses were very successful. He didn't just do a trading post, but he had several other businesses that he was involved with. He was a peacemaker. He tried to bring peace between the Indian, the Europeans, and others. But there's no question about him being the founder, because the person who I I've noticed and I've heard over again that the credit has been given to Mackenzie, Kenzie, is one who purchased Dusabe's property. So you are, think about it, you are the owner of a place and someone come to purchase your property. And all of a sudden the purchaser is now the founder.
Right.
When you were there before.
Right.
But the truth about it is that by virtue of him being a Black person, that kind of credit should not be given. We're not allowed to be given to a Black man. No. Who wants to? No, that was not just not allowed to go out and say this Black man found this place. No. So because of that, he was denied, in our opinion.
Okay.
And over the years, people come to know the truth, but some people have been struggling and fighting for over 100 years to get more recognition for Dusable, so the world can know that this Black man came and he discovered this city, which is now the 3rd largest city in the country,
right,
and has not been given its proper recognition.
Okay.
So what we are doing, we are saying enough is enough. We cannot go another generation talking about Dusable and not getting what we want for him. In 1993, now President Tony Preckwinkle, she was then alderman, she proposed in the city council for Lakeshore Drive to be renamed Dusable Drive. It was voted down by businesses in Chicago, and one of the primary person who voted against that bill was I forget his name, but he was the chairperson and CEO of the Hilton Hotel. And his argument was, if you change Lakeshore Drive to Dusable Drive, then it's going to drive away visitors from Chicago. People are going to say, oh, who's Dusable? We can't do that. This is going to avoid, we're going to lose our customer coming to Chicago. Well, we know that's far from the truth, but that's just part of the story.
Okay. Well, thanks for giving us an elaborated version of the story. This is the first time we're hearing in all the Progressive Mind show. We are going to be giving the phone lines if anybody feels like contributing to what we're talking about or ask a question. EPHRAIM Martin and Attorney DAPHANEE will try to respond to those questions. Again, this is a special edition for Dusable, John Baptiste Dusable, making the case for the street that we have here, the Lakeshore to be named after him, being the person that first founded the city of Chicago. And EPHRAIM Martin and his team has been championing this cause for a while. We wanted to give them the platform to share the story as well. So if you just tune in, this is a special edition dedicated to EPHRAIM Martin and his team, also focusing on John Baptiste Dusable, the founder of Chicago. Okay, so DAPHANEE, I don't know if you want to add to the story that EPHRAIM just narrated.
No, just I agree with everything EPHRAIM has stated. Yeah,
Okay, great. In that case, I know you were working with him on the team. What specific role are you playing with regards to driving this case? I mean, driving the issue of, literally turning, converting Lakeshore into the name of John Baptiste Dusable. If you can tell us exactly what role you're playing with his team.
So as a part of the team, we obviously want to drive up support for the cause. And also, us being a part of, Haitian American Lawyers Association, any legal matters that come up, we are going to be a part of that as well.
Okay. All right, great. Okay. So far, how has been the process for you? Being on the legal team, have you had to deal with some serious legal, obstacles with regards to statutes and city codes and all of that. How has it been for your team, the legal team, on this matter?
If I should jump in.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
If I should just jump in, we are not there as yet fully into the meat of the legal part, as we are pushing and trying to get confirmation from the mayor's office.
Okay.
For all of that, but soon we will be there, and then we'll have to get into the meat of that. Yes.
Okay. All right. Great. Now, so for now, Daphne and her team are acting as advisors. Some of the things you can take and whatnot help. Okay. So I know you recently embarked on a protest, maybe a month ago. Can you tell us the motivation for that and how was the response to that? It wasn't a protest; it was a peaceful march for this cause, right?
Yeah. Well, it was it was a peaceful march. It was a rally. It was calling for what we talked about. We want a major monument. Thanks to the late Leslie Benito from Haiti, he donated a bust about 2 to 3 feet high of the Saba, which is there on Michigan Avenue by the bridge. That is so wonderful because thousands upon thousands of people came to Chicago and searching for something for the Saba, and that's where they ended up because that's what is there. And that's very good. That's a start, and that should be there always. But what we want is a major monument. And we are asking for a 25 feet monument for the Saba to be placed in the downtown region nearby the Saba property. We propose between Roosevelt to the south and 500 North Michigan, which is Pioneer Court, to the north. And on the east side is where we want that to be. We want all of our people to be on the same page. We know that there are a lot of people who have other suggestions and would like to see it different places, but we must be, since we have a team right now, a coalition members of over 50, roughly 60 coalition members now, and what everyone is saying, we want it right down there in the Grand Park region, between Roosevelt and Michigan 500. It must be at a spot where it's available and feasible for anyone and everyone to go and visit. Tourists coming into Chicago, they must be greeted by this monument when they come, knowing that this Black man is the first man that started this city that we now enjoy.
Okay.
We also ask for Roosevelt, Lakeshore Drive, to be renamed ASAP as soon as possible. Not any delay. We want it now to be renamed John Baptiste Point de Sable Drive. We don't want to wait till next year. We don't want to wait too long. I know we're in the midst of Corona, and that is understandable, but we want the mayor to do something now. In the midst of everything, we want her to act. We want her to move on this, and the councilman, the alderman, we want them to act right now to make sure that Lakeshore Drive be renamed Jean Baptiste Point de Sable. And we want a holiday, a city holiday, in honor of Jean Baptiste Point de Sable. There's no reason the person who first stepped in this land, the person who founded this city, cannot have an holiday when you have their holiday for the other people. But there's none for the founder. Something is wrong with that picture.
Okay.
So we are saying that must change.
Okay. Okay. Wow. So we are asking for 3 things: holiday named after Dusable, one a statutes, and also a street named after him, which is basically Lakeshore Drive. Okay. So Daphne, thanks for the correction. I do appreciate it. Well, so yes, thanks for those 3 pointers. Again, I always want to make sure that we're giving the opportunity to maybe add on or subtract from what he's saying. At this point, is there anything you would like to add to what Martin just said?
No, I just a little bit. I think the importance I don't want that to escape the audience as to the importance of, especially right now. It's if there was ever a time that it was needed, it's especially needed now. In the time of Black Lives Matter, in the time where people are becoming more and more aware of things that lots of other people have experienced for years and years and years, discrimination, just a lot of humane behavior that at the hands of others that people have been experiencing. So part of that is this, right? So there's the three asks about, the holiday, the statute, and the name. It's important. It's important that people see, have the question. There's many Chicagoans. I bet you if you did a survey and you asked who was the founder of Chicago, one, they probably wouldn't know, but or two, if you gave them a hypothetical, you gave them multiple choice, and you put, Dusable in that list, they would not say who it is. I mean, as a person who grew up in Chicago, born and raised, I was never taught that in school.
Okay.
So, it's been hidden from us, as children and as people in general. So it's very important to have these things, these symbols that people see on a regular basis and understand what they are. So,
okay. No, thank you. I don't know if any of you have a radio or TV in your background. If you can just mute that because we're getting feedback. Thank you so much if you can help with that. Okay, so thanks for helping. Now, Martins, I see you have been working on this very hard. How has support been for you from, let's say, from the African diaspora? Because this is a Black cause, right? So, and I see you and a few of your members. Tell us how support has been from the African diaspora and community.
So let me say, it's true that we need to get out there more, but we have among our roughly 60 association organizations in the coalition, most of them by far are from the diaspora. Okay. And we ask for everyone to step it up, to give it their full support. They are part of the coalition, but we want everyone to get involved more. I know, again, it's time of Corona, so we can respect that, but we are asking all the members and non-members and anyone who are, if you're concerned about our culture, if you're concerned about the Black movement, if you're concerned, if you think that Dusable deserve what we're asking for, then what we have to ask all our people, every single person who can hear us right now, is to just go online, go to www.blackheroesmatter.org. That's blackheroesmatter.org. Sign the petition. And most of us can make a contribution to the GoFundMe. Whatever amount, it doesn't matter the amount, it's to know that you participate and add your name to the list. Because the day will come when the roll will call. And when that roll is called, will be called, then all the people who are supporting and participating in this movement will all be a part of it. We as a people can come together and get it done in a very short time. So I appeal to each and everyone, whether you're African American, whether you're from wherever you are, regardless of your nationality, it doesn't matter. We want you to support this movement. We want you to send a letter to the mayor and let the mayor know that it's time for us to get what we are asking for. We have a scores of letters from our coalition members that we have passed on to the that we have notified the mayors on, and we are asking all of us on Facebook, all the social media, share the information. When you see the name Dusable, share the information. Go to our GoFundMe and do whatever you can. Go to the petition change.org and find Dusable, find our call for Dusable and support it. But most of all, the easiest way to support it is to go to blackheroesmatter.org. And the two links are right there. You just click on and you're right there to support and share with all your friends.
Okay.
And if all of us should share with at least 10 persons, then we can make it.
Okay. Some would say that you already have a huge, one of the biggest museums, I would say, in the country. One of the very famous museums, the museum, the Dusable Museum here in Chicago. Okay, it's named after Dusable. All right, and then it's a Smithsonian museum actually. So it's a very it has a lot of pedigree. It's a very reputable museum that has been named after him. Then you said now we know there is also a statue that has been placed in his honor right there on Walker. I think by across the river. By there's a major news media organization there. For trying to forget, is it Tribune? The Tribune, right there. So some will say, aren't you asking for too much? Because now you want other huge statues. You said you wanted placed by Roosevelt, and then you know all the way to all the way to
between
yeah. Roosevelt and all the way to Gold Coast area, right? Along the lakeshore thereabout, right? Okay, and you want lakeshore named after him and all that. So what would you say to those people that are probably arguing that, okay, the man already has a couple of things in his name in Chicago?
Okay, I could go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say it's still not enough. You know, as EPHRAIM was saying, this is the third largest city, you know, in the United States, and there's millions of people here, and most people don't know who Dusable is. You know, that's just what it is. So having something on, you know, the South Side, and having a museum there, and then also having, you know, the statue. The statue has gotten prominence because it was in a commercial, and I still don't think people know, you know, was to Illinois and to Chicago. Okay. So I say it's not enough. You know, if Kashmir Pulaski, you know, has a holiday and also has a part of a highway named after him, I think the founder of Chicago, their largest city in the United States, can have a couple more things as well. And I think there's room for both.
That's room for both. Well, let's go to our Facebook audience, and there's a few comments on here. It says, looking forward to a great show from Dr. Tommy. She says, again, nice special edition. And she says, great honorable guest. She goes to say, Black Heroes Matter. And then we have a comment from my brother, Oben. He says, hi, Brother Lincoln. Thank you for keeping engaged with events in the community. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your space for community education and social networking. Welcome to our great guest. Rebecca Mode says, great show tonight. Thank you so much for helping. And then Shia Hasnain says, great topic. Thank you, ladies, gentlemen, for helping for joining us. Please share the feed whilst you were watching so we can get the message and the case for Jean-Baptiste Dusable out there. Okay, Ephraim Martin and his team has worked very hard, and as he just said, that the diaspora community has been working with him, but more of it would not hurt. So we are encouraging the diaspora community to support, and we also understand that this is the time. This is the Corona time. This is COVID-19 season, and so there isn't much to do in terms of going out there and getting involved, but you can very much participate online, which is going on their platform, Black Heroes Matter, right?
BlackHeroesMatter.org.
Okay, BlackHeroesMatter.org. BlackHeroesMatter.org. If you search for it, you can find it. You know, add your voice, add your token, whatever contributions you can do, you can make on there. Please make sure you're helping to promote the agenda for Jean-Baptiste to be recognized as he should. You know, to be given the necessary recognition as the founder of Dusable, as Daphane eloquently, you know, narrated. I mean, some of us, I mean, a lot of us, even people who were born in Chicago, who barely know who Dusable is, let alone knowing that he actually is the founder of the city, of this beautiful city. And so there's a lot of history there. And so this is, I think, a good time to keep creating the awareness and to keep the conversation going in the right direction. We just had another, so we have Nanama just joined us. She says, amazing show. And Royal Black Jesus says, big up yourself, Alinko. Big up yourself, Royal Black Jesus. Big up, big up, big up. Well, it's 5:36. Today is August 24, 2020. It's a Monday, and this is a special edition. I know you're used to the Progressive Minds on Wednesdays, 6 to 8 p.m. Watch out for that. This Wednesday is going to be epic. We have our future leaders, all right? These young kids, ages from 6 to 10 years, they are all under 10. They are going to be sharing their views and their thoughts about the pandemic. We want to give a voice to this kids to tell us what they think is going on in these times. We will take a short musical break. I will take a short break. When we come back, we definitely will go to EPHRAIM Martin and Daphne. Stay tuned. Welcome back. This is the special edition for Black Heroes Matters, the case for Jean-Baptiste Dusable. With me this evening, great people you already know because they live in Chicago. If you're not in Chicago, you still should know them because they're online. EPHRAIM Martin is an international entity himself. He's all over the world based on what he does. Daphne is also an international lady based off her work, but she mainly dwells in Chicago. For our audience who are on Facebook, we ask you to share the feed so we can spread the message and the case for Jean-Baptiste Dusable, who is the founder of Chicago. It is eye-opening to know. It's so eye-opening, it seems unreal. It's like, well, like, are we really talking about somebody who, this person, who founded Chicago? Because it's never been a usual conversation. It has not been a household conversation. So help us, get this word out. Okay. Now, EPHRAIM, you want to go ahead? I know you wanted to say something.
Yeah, I want to say something because I like the question you asked about. We already have a bus of the Saba 2 feet. And you got that and that. Why not be satisfied?
Right.
But it's a long time ago. What they would do to us, those people, what they did to us, they would give you a little taste of something while they have the whole pie. And then they would say, isn't that enough? Are you greedy? What more you want?
Right.
But let me say this. A monument, and the statue that is there is great, but this is not a regular person we are talking about.
Okay.
Daphne already talked about Pulaski and Columbus and so, and I just want to expand upon that a little, because we have to remember that, and I don't want to get involved in the Columbus, Pulaski too much because I'm not here fighting against them or in that, but I'm using as an example.
Right.
Someone passed through North America, and Chicago was not in existence at the time. Illinois was not a part of that America. And then later on, another person came, just like the person who came from Europe. This other person traveled by way of Haiti, and he ended up into this place where he found this little spot, started a movement, started a city which now is the envy of the world. And someone gonna question, why is it you want him to be recognized? Why should this black man be recognized? No. This black man must be recognized because we have been denied all our rights and everything that we have been entitled to over the years. And we are saying it's over. The time is up. We must, when people come to Chicago in the next generation, they must see a monument greeting them as they come into Chicago, saying this is the founder of Chicago. They must know that there's an holiday that is set aside to celebrate the founder of this city.
Yeah.
And when they drive on a major street, just like the 18-mile street that Daphne just mentioned about Pulaski, 18 miles long, we must have a reasonable street, popular street, that can bear the name of Dusable as it's traveled from one end of the city to the other, so that name will be ringing at all times. People will be seeing it. They will remember it, and they will know that this person has something. Not just something, but that he was the founding father of this great city. And we must be proud to lift up that black man. We must say to everyone, you may not like to see it black, but that's the way it is. You're going to see this black man stand up and rise up in this city. So regardless of where you're coming from, when you come, you don't like a black person, you're going to be greeted by a black person. And you're going to respect that black person. And know that it's because of that black person why you're coming to this region.
Martin, are you saying that, I asked you earlier and you responded, but I want to emphasize again, are you saying that you're getting the right support from the black community?
We started July 4th, and we have not gone out in full forces yet. We have not put out our major marketing and promotion material out there lightly. We have been doing social media, telling people about it, and as they hear about it, they rally to help. But still, we want people to pay more attention. We want the black community to wake up.
Before you continue, Martin, before you continue, yes, I want you to tilt that way, because when you tilt this way, we lose a light. So the way you are, you tilt to the left a little bit. There you go. Perfect. Okay. So not good. Now we have a full view of the handsome EPHRAIM Martin. Please continue. Yeah. Yes, please continue, Martin.
Yes. So what we are saying, we're calling on Chicago and America who cares about the movement. We talk about Black Lives Matter and Black Heroes Matter. We want to say, if you're really serious, get online, go to our website, Black Heroes Matter. Right now, as you're listening, you can be visible, you can be moving your fingers on your phone, blackheroesmatter.org, and make a contribution of any amount. It doesn't matter, because we want to get those matching funds later on from corporate America, but we want to see the support there to join us, to say, yes, the people really want it. And once they see that we, the people, want this is what we want, then they will support. But we want everyone, from $1 to $1 million. It doesn't matter. Just add your name to the GoFundMe. In addition, we want you to sign the petition to let them see that the people are demanding for all these things that we're asking. We want everyone to be involved. Don't say, hey, I'm too busy for that. Don't say, it's not about me. Don't say, I'm okay with my life and, hey, I can't worry about that. It's all about us. Okay. You see what's going on in the community still. Black people, just by them being black and their skin being seen, that the police and others seeing that black skin, they're ready to shoot. You saw what happened in Wisconsin yesterday.
Yeah.
That was murder. And we after George Floyd, you would say, okay, the message, they have gotten the message, and they would step back. But look what happened to yesterday in Wisconsin.
Right.
That was cold-blooded murder, and we cannot, unless we stand up and take them on, let our statues and others stand up around the country, starting in Chicago, it's Dusable. And Black Heroes Matter will later on look into others. You see, when Marcus Garvey passed here some years ago and was trying to preach to us, to tell us, to organize and get us together, some of us ignore it, only to realize that Marcus Garvey words coming to pass. Come to pass.
Right.
So we must stand up together. We must support the movement, because you're not supporting an individual, us, or anything when you support it. We're all in this together. We must work on it together so that we'll achieve together.
Thank you. We must act together. We must support together so we can achieve together. This is a Black cause, according to EPHRAIM Martin, the founder and CEO of Martin International. We have Josh, we have Gushi Joseph. He says, important show for Haitians and Black win general. Slim Hall says, yes, his wife agrees. And Gushi Joseph says, that's true. Thank you for joining in and for passing on your comments. If you'd like to call to ask a question and or contribute, it's 815-277-5047. 815-277-5047. This is a special edition for Jean-Baptiste Dusable, the founder of Chicago. And we are hosting this evening on a special edition of the Progressive Mind Show. EPHRAIM and Daphne, attorney Daphne, who are trying to help us understand what they're doing and significance of this. Well, I'm still getting, let me see here. I don't know where the feedback is coming from. Okay, so, all right, let me try and get this. Now, I don't know, again, Daphne, if you want to chime in, anytime you want to chime in, let me know so you can add or subtract from anything that Martin has said, or you just want to pass a comment, please let me know so I can let you in. But for now, Martins, you have been campaigning and creating this awareness. You've done rallies up until now. How certain are you? And then you also mentioned that the Cook County president, Tony Preckwinkle, some of these people, had tutored these ideas in the past. How certain are you that this time you're going to be successful with your demands for Jean-Baptiste Point Dusable?
For over 100 years, people have been calling for the same thing that we are calling for. And it all went on deaf ears. In 1935, thanks to those soldiers then who fought and struggled, not fought, but who struggled for Dusable and recognition, they were able to get a school in honor of Dusable, which is now called the Dusable School on King Drive. That was 1935.
Okay, on King Drive. Okay.
Then later on, we were able to get in the 60s, early 60s, Dr. Margaret Barrows and her husband decided to change the name of their African museum to rename it the Dusable Museum of African and American heritage or culture, as you may know. But those are the two. Then over the years, we have listened and watched and hear people calling and say, what about a monument? And the words goes, it went on and on and on until finally there was a man from Haiti by the name of Leslie. He had an auto dealer down in Michigan Avenue at 2400. And he decided to sponsor a bus, which is the only thing there in terms of a statue in Chicago for the Dusable. But still, we still have not gotten the street. And someone may say, there's a little honorary street off of Black, beside Dusable, that is called Dusable Road. But that's not a street. That is not a street, and it's an honorary one. We want a real street for Dusable. We cannot be ignored any longer. When 1993, when Tony Preckwinkle made a call and it was rejected, Last year, Alderman David Moore repeat the call for Lakeshore Drive. And it was delayed and said, let's deal with it later on. And this later just never happened.
Okay.
Like when Margaret Barrows was there, she was also pushing for Lakeshore Drive with Tony Preckwinkle. She's gone. And most of the people who are fighting and struggling for Dusable, they're gone.
Right.
It's up to us now to make the change. But we cannot go another generation. It's been going on from generation to generation and nothing. And we're going to let another generation pass. And then we said, maybe the next generation will get the change. We must do it now. Black Lives Matter time is right. And we must step in it right now at the same time and make sure we cash in at this point. We, all of us, the people who are demonstrating, the people who are not demonstrating, we want you all. If you really care about your culture, your people, you care about Black lives and Black people and Black heroes, and all the Black children that's out there will be the leaders of tomorrow, then we need to do something. Make your little contribution of any amount. It doesn't matter. Just add your name to it. So history will recall that your name was added to that monument for Dusable.
Just to add to that,
Yes.
Yeah, just to add to it a little bit, we're 2020 for everybody has been such a time of awakening.
Okay.
And there's so much going on, you know, obviously with COVID-19, our government, there's just so much going on. But it is a time of awareness. And it's a time, like I said, awakening. This is the time. There's no more waiting. We're tired of waiting. We need to make a change. And, you know, people can contribute in all type of ways. You know, signing a petition takes a second. You know, it's you know, a click and it's a couple of, you know, clicks and then you're in, you know. So that could be your contribution, or you just even learning about Dusable, you know, Google Dusable and find out. There's videos. The museum has a video out on YouTube right now. Just, you know, getting aware of what's going on is really, really important. But yeah, these are, like, it's the 3 asks is, I don't believe is there could be more. If you ask me, the 3 asks of the holiday, the statue, and the street renaming should just be the beginning. I'd like to see education in our school systems. How are you in the state of Illinois and you don't know who the founder of the city of Chicago is? You know, our state is run off of Chicago for the most part. People will disagree with me, but there's so much money that, you know, funnels throughout the state through Chicago. So how is that not being taught to people right now in the school system? So there's so many other things and ways that we can bring awareness. But I think it's really important that people participate and get more information. We're in an information age. It's easy to find out information about what's going on and things. If you want to know about Dusable, Google Dusable and find out more information about it. But it's important.
Right. And for
the people who cannot.
Yeah. Before you continue, I just want to give a shout outs to folks who are just joining us. Pakwesi Sam is the president of the Ghanaian community, GNC. I'm sure, Martin, you know this gentleman. He says, hello, Martin. Thank you for all you do for our cause. God bless you. And so that's one supporter. I'm sure he's been working with you on this.
He's a part of the coalition. Wonderful guy. Yeah.
Great. And then Fadia J says, nice conversation, but where is the proposed Dusable street and who is they? And then Anama says, great question, great show. Okay. I don't know if you want to answer Fadija. I know, Martin, you had a point to make. You had a point to make earlier. You want to finish that point and then answer this question?
No, what I was going to say, just to follow up on Daphne, is to say, people who, even if you cannot get on the computer to click the donation or the petition button, you have friends that you can tell about it. You can share. You have emails, people in your email a box that you can share with. Just tell people about it. You know, you can just by sharing with your family first. Tell your family about it, and in one household you may have 5 or 6 people who can sign the petition for Dusable. So there are lots of things to do that can be done. But you asked about where the street will be, if I heard you right.
Yeah, the question is where is the proposed Dusable street and who is they?
Okay, the proposed Dusable Street drive is Lakeshore Drive, from between, say, from Hollywood to the north, to the north, and to 67th Street to the south.
Okay, 67th Street to the south.
That's a proposed.
Okay, from 67 to Hollywood, and then from Hollywood to going up north is.
That's close to Sheridan Road and Hollywood.
Oh, right. Sheridan. Okay, Sheridan all the way to 67. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Okay, so I hope that answers the question for DRJ. So it's about 4 minutes to 6 p.m. We can wrap up then. Johnny Wood says just joined in. Johnny Wood says, Johnny, you are not late. Okay, you are always on time, so it's okay. I hope that you can always get. You can always go back to the Progressive Minds page and watch the show, or visit our YouTube page, The Progressive Minds Show, and you can get this there as well. So it says from Sheridan to 67, Sheridan up north, all the way to 67th Street south. So, and I know, Martin, you've answered this question again, but we're hoping that somehow this year being a special year, being a different moment in our lifetime, this thing was going to happen, because like you said, it's been over 100 years. A lot of people have been trying to do this. So what is it that is going to make Martin's time, a reality?
We are committed. The people in our organization, most of them I can speak for, are committed that we're not going to stop. We're not going to rest until this is done. Whatever it takes, we're going to do to make sure it is done. But we are not going to rest. And we are saying for the monument, since people want to get specific, we are saying that Michigan Avenue, the east side of Michigan Avenue, the perfect spot is right there at Congress, because you're coming from out of town, you come right down to Congress. We need to see that right in that spot, or in the region that we mentioned on Michigan Avenue, based upon the architect and the engineer once they look at the land. But that's what we're asking the mayor for, and that's what we need from the mayor. And we need a quick okay on that, so that we can get moving much faster. The holiday, there are several days that propose. Someone mentioned that there was an observation day that was okay or somewhat approved in March, but it has never been used, or nothing has been done about it. But most people are saying July or June, or in the summertime, in August, is the best time for an holiday, because that's the time when the people with their culture, their music and culture from Africa, from the Caribbean, and all around the world, they can show a good celebration, give Dusable a good celebration. And even if it has to be on July, the first Saturday of July, that would fall right in line with what we are doing too. Coincidentally, we are not always on the first Saturday, but that could be the prime time. It would also be perfect for there may be some time when July 4th may fall on the first Saturday. Then it will be a dual celebration. Okay. But we want to know that something, you see what they're doing to us. And I know time is running out, but let me quickly say,
it's fine. Don't rush it. I'll give you some time. Go ahead.
Yeah. When they're telling us that they cannot give an holiday because the city doesn't have the money, and that it's going to be too costly. In about 2002, when the proposal was brought up to the city council, it was said that Mayor Daley wouldn't want to do that because it's going to cost the city too much money to give Dusable a real holiday. Now, come on now. The founder that is being treated like that. I'm sure if he wasn't black, knowing that he's the founder, Mayor Daley and all the other mayors before would have gladly granted that holiday and would have gladly from their own purse get the money to put up that monument. They would have gladly renamed, or not even renamed, long ago, the most popular street passing through Dusabe's land would be in its honor. But they didn't care about it. They didn't want for a black man to get that kind of recognition because racism was as a matter of fact, like Martin Luther King said, Chicago was one of the most racist cities in the country. So you can understand the drawback on all those things. With a black man, you asking us in those days to give a black man a holiday, an holiday for a black man. No. That's a statue and a street. Who dare you?
Right.
Well, we are saying the time is now. We're not going to cease until we get victory, until victory is won.
Wow. That is a very strong ambition. That is a very, it's an attainable ambition. And we are asking that the good Lord would help you in this journey and grant you the will, the power, and the support, send you.
Let me slow you down there. I just say you, because it's not about me. Thank you. But let me say, I'm just here right now in the way. But I'm hoping that the young people and other people, young, old, everyone, will come and start play a leading role, take the leading role. Because I'm only one person. I may not be here tomorrow, God forbid. But I'm saying this is a movement that must go on and we must win. We, the people, together, must take it to the goalpost. We must make it happen. But we cannot delay and we cannot wait and we cannot let them tell us that, oh, wait until December. We're going to have a team together. We're going to put some kind of group together to determine what monument goes up and what goes down. That we are not going to sit in that too well. We want to know that our voice being heard and we want it now.
Wow. Listeners, it has been very insightful for me personally. EPHRAIM Martin has laid down the case, the reasons why he thinks and believes that him and his team, his organization, and we all part of it. If you belong to the African diaspora, we encourage you to be part of it because this is somebody who is known to have founded the city of Chicago, a great, beautiful city, and we are asking that we honor him, of course, in a manner that will be befitting to his achievement and great contribution to his great contribution to Chicago and to our entire society. Of course, if when he had founded this place, if he had done if he had done things other than the steps he took, because based on the story EPHRAIM narrated, he embarked on trading, based off his trading abilities and his entrepreneurial skills. People were coming from all over to trade with him. And I think that he laid the foundation. He laid a very solid foundation and it contributed to the city's triumph and the city's success. And so I think the case has been made. We will keep making the case. His team will keep making the case. And we hope that you can join and help create more awareness. But Daphne, I don't know if you have anything else to say before we wrap up. Please go ahead. If not, we will try and go through our Facebook audience, and then we can try and get to the end of the show this evening.
I just wanted to say just a couple of quick things. It's just, just go find out for yourself. If this sounds like it's something you're interested in, please go and find out more information, sign up for the petition. And if you can, please donate to the GoFundMe. And, if you're interested in the topic, start, just do a simple Google search and see who Dusable is and see his history. And also ask yourself, were you ever taught about this in school? Especially for people who are from the Chicagoland area, or how come you don't even know more about Dusable? So, and then I also want to thank you for having me on the show.
You're welcome. Well, I don't know if Martin has anything to say as his last words, but let's just read this quickly. She says, "Fact 100, Chicago. Chicago is one of the most racist, being born and raised in the Chi. Thanks for being a voice to the voiceless. Our Black kings and heroes will shine." Rebecca says, "Great job. Thank you so much, Rebecca." And then, okay, he says, "It would be nice to have a holiday to honor hero Dusable." And then Naira Sempa says, "Keep up the work, the good work, Alinko. Great show. Thank you." Well, listeners, thank you. This was a short notice, okay? But the turnout has been very encouraging. It tells you that people are paying attention, people are interested in this subject matter. And so even though we quickly put this together, I think Ephraim, I called you on Friday, maybe. We had a conversation on Friday, Saturday, maybe. And we had to do this real quick because time is running. There are other things that is coming. But we are confident that this will not be the last time we're hosting this team. We'll possibly do this again because it's an ongoing campaign. As he said, this is not about Ephraim Martin. It's not about Daphne. It's not about the Haitian community. It's not about the Caribbean community. It's about the human community. I mean, it's just right? It's just right. It's just human that, if you found something, if you contributed something, if you laid the foundation to something that has grown to become a great success, it's only natural and nice that you are honored in a manner that is befitting, right? So that's the whole conversation. And so he's encouraging the youth out there, millennials out there, do not sit aloof. Okay, this is the time that you have to add your voice. So go to their website, blackheroesmatter.org, blackheroesmatter.org, or you can look for Martins International. That is a familiar website. Everybody knows that in Chicago. Martins International. You can locate them. Do you guys want to put your phone lines or your emails, anything, contact information out there?
Sure.
Okay.
So you can reach me at, hopefully they can get this, but it's Daphne so my name is spelled D-A-P-H-N-E-E, Daphne, D-A-P-H-N-E-E, at Chameleon Law. That's CAMILIEN law.com.
Okay.
That's my email, and I have a website, chameleonlaw.com as well.
Right. Okay. Do you have a link that you can share with us in terms of the GoFundMe link or the whatever link somebody just put out there? Tommy just put that information out there. So if you have that, please share with us. Share it with us. Ephraim.
So let me say again, I thank you for this moment. For allowing us to come and express our views and everything about Dusable and to share with your listeners, because this is so important for us as a people. When you think of 400 years and when you think of all we have gone through and the respect is still not there, we say, should we go another 400 years? Should we go another 100 years? No, we have to start it now. Our struggle is for our people. From the diaspora, because we're the ones that was discriminated against. We're the ones that were mistreated seriously. And we are the ones now that must say, we are not going to take it any longer. It is over. And we are not just joking when we say it's over. Because some people say, oh, they're just saying that now, but next week, everything's back as usual. We are saying we're going to fight until the end. We're going to stay here. We call on each and every person, especially from the African diaspora, to join us. Come together. We are in it together. You who are listening, you're the person who may be in my position. You're talking next time. To the people to say, we have to take this to the end. We want to make sure that all these things are given to our founding father in this generation.
In this generation, in this time, in this season, in this year.
Yes. In this year, as a matter of fact, to make it more clear.
Okay.
Because we have set, because you're right, because this new generation just started now. So in the beginning of this generation, I should say. So let me say, thanks to each and everyone. Visit us at blackheroesmatter.org, or you can email us at beheroesmatter.com.
Is there a phone number?
BERRESMatter@gmail.com for the email. Or you can reach us. And when you go to the website, you'll find all our contact information.
Okay. All right. Look, it's so interesting. I mean, I'm enjoying the conversation. I don't want to end the show. And listeners are still, our audience are still engaged, you know, and this is a very, very touching story, very insightful story and topic that people are really, really looking forward to hearing. And I think that maybe next time we will do a longer version of this because this is very, very important. But we have to end it. Daphne, I know you give us your last words, you give us your contact information, the phone numbers. If you go to all the websites are on the Progressive Minds Facebook page. We'll also try and put it on our social media for you. If you miss anything, you can contact info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. You can reach me personally, Senna, aka Alinko. You can dial 773-691-4931. You can reach me. We're open to promote your business, promote your events and whatnot. So please reach out to us so we can work together. EPHRAIM Martin International, when are you bringing the next big reggae star to Chicago? Buju, I know Buju's out. Buju's out. You know, he.
We had Buju there in 2007. That was the last time we had it there.
Exactly. And I was listening to one of his music today, Blessed. Okay, and I was blown away. Like, you know, he's come up with new songs already. And so when is Buju or Sizzla or one of them big ones coming to town? Okay,
well, with the corona, we can never tell. But
right.
we were looking at coffee for this year and some of the other, but you know, the corona blew that away. But let me say just a little more information. We want you to like on our social media at Dusable Chicago. Follow us at Dusable Chicago for your Instagram, your YouTube, well, your Instagram, your Facebook, and your Dusable Chicago.
Okay.
But also like us, subscribe to our channel at Martins International, YouTube at Martins International, and because we'll be posting everything that you just asked, everything, all those will be published and will be featured on that channel, Martins International YouTube.
I bet you, if everything, God willing, everything dies out, and if you are able to bring Buju back in Chicago after what, so many years, I mean, the city would take, and I guess it'll be an awesome thing. We're looking forward to that. Hopefully, you can pull that off for us.
We're gonna put on a great event next year.
Okay.
The Festival of Life, July 2nd to the 4th. Washington Park.
Okay.
Mark your calendar. But the Chicago Music Awards will be coming before, and that is going to be a February 28th.
Okay.
But for those of you who have not been to Jamaica as yet and have been with us before and may want to go back, May 2nd of next year will be our 39th IRAMA, the International Reggae and World Music Awards in Jamaica, so you can join us. Okay. And I know a lot of you have been calling about our Jerk Seafood and Vegan Festival next year. I mean, which was supposed to be next month. You're kind of disappointed that you won't be able to be there next month, but save it for next year. Okay. Next year will be something nice.
Next year will be something nice. He said he was trying to get coffee into Chicago, but Corona messed this things up. Look, Corona has been an issue for us. You know, it's messed up a lot of things, but who knows? It probably,
the good and the bad sometimes goes together.
Yes.
Because maybe, just maybe, every year we at the Festival of Life we talked about Dusable, and it was just limited at the Festival of Life when we call every year for all these same thing that we're asking for. We said at the festival, but it's like people wasn't hearing.
Right.
But I hate that we have that Corona, but we went out on July 4th instead, downtown and marched in Michigan Avenue. And it was covered by just about all the major network television.
Yes.
And the word reached a lot of people.
Right.
So and people are now more aware and conscious about Dusable.
Right.
And know that this is one that we must share with all our friends and tell them about it. And we all in this together, we be a part of it So let's do that.
Excellent. We are looking forward to post-pandemic. We are pretty sure, like you said, who knows? Maybe this is in God's own design to chill humanity, okay? Everybody rest, let's reset for great things. So who knows? We are expecting great things come next year by God's grace. Well, we want to thank every one of you who have joined us on this special edition. Going forward, Mondays and Fridays, we'll be bringing you special editions. Watch out for our special edition on Friday. Great one. But on Wednesday, which is 2 days from now, I'll say a day from now, right? Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m., we are talking to the kids, little voices, under 10 years old, who are going to be sharing what they actually feel about the pandemic. And so do not miss that one. Mark it on your calendar. EPHRAIM Martin, CEO of Martin International, Daphanee Chameleon, attorney at law, attorney and president of the Haitian Lawyers Association, right? Thank you so much for coming on the show at the very short notice. I know Martin is trying to say something.
Yeah, I just want to say the final thing. I want to remind all our people in Chicago and elsewhere. Remember, if you have not yet filled out your census, make sure you do that now. Do not wait. Do that now. That is so crucial for our Black community. Right. Make sure you register to vote and vote if there's ever time in your life that you want to vote. This is the time that you must. You have to vote like your life depends on it, which your life really depends on it. But we must register, vote. Don't miss this one. It's only a couple of months to go. So please, whatever you do, make sure you participate in the process so you can speak in the process.
Okay. I think we have to get Martin back on the show for something else, right? A different topic, not just Dusable, because the man has a lot of information regarding our community. So Martin, hopefully, EPHRAIM, we can get you back. Maybe we can get Daphne back on another subject matter, not on Dusable, so we can get into deep things, right? Community, politics, and all of that, right? Agreed?
Agreed.
Okay, great. So yes, thanks to the production team. They put it up there. It says fill out census and register to vote. Thank you so much, production team. On the Progressive Mind Show website, we were going to put it on our website to register to vote, to fill out the census and make sure that you are being a responsible citizen. Okay. On that note, we are so grateful. We thank you, our audience, for making it on this special edition, and also my great guest Daphne and EPHRAIM. Our honor to you. We really appreciate your coming. We are looking forward to working with you in the future. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. On that note, this has been the Progressive Mind Special Edition. My name is Sana, aka Alinko. I'm always your host. Now, always make sure that I get you what the community needs so we can grow together. Remember, to whom much is given, much is required. We'll see you Wednesday coming, 6 p.m. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.